ice cream. Much has been pontificated over social media channels about the scuttlebutt over Ben & Jerry's ice cream, as their board of directors succumbed to years of BDS pressure and recent double-downs by BDS activists since the Gazan aggression against Israel this past May. Ben & Jerry's decided to cut ties with its Israeli region distributor and discontinue sales in the Judean and Sumerian regions, the so-called occupied or disputed territories. As this decision is getting a fair amount of criticism, the decision was made as a form of punishment for Israel for being a so-called occupier and aggressor and oppressor against the Palestinian people in the area. Please note that while Ben & Jerry's was founded by Jews, they have since sold their interests to the Unilever Corporation. But why do we care so much about an ice cream company deciding not to do business within parts of Israel? You see, Israelis and the inhabitants of Israel are not so much concerned about access to Ben & Jerry's ice cream per se. Israelis are extremely innovative and smart, and if they want to make excellent ice cream, they certainly can. In fact, the founders of Haagen-Dazs and Baskin-Robbins were also Jewish, and in my opinion, their ice cream always seemed to taste better anyway. But the point is, Ben & Jerry's board, with the blessing of its parent company Unilever, succumbed to the pressure from BDS activists for the sole purpose of punishing Israel in the name of some alleged social justice reason. But in fact, with the various legislative initiatives in both America and the EU, bipartisan, technically these actions may be deemed illegal. These BDS activities are antisemitic and reminiscent of discrimination against Jews in Europe in the past century. As well, keep in mind that today in the so-called occupied territories where both Israelis and Arabs live, work, removing Ben & Jerry's from shops may indeed hurt local business owners and their employees. And this action hurts the 2,000 or so employees in the distribution depot in the region. Many have said workers are Palestinian and enjoying Israeli employment laws and protections and working for what they all thought was a great corporate culture. So what else is all the fuss about? Why are Americans so angry about this? Why is Governor DeSantis of Florida and some of the other 35 states that have passed anti-BDS legislation seem to be ganging up on Ben & Jerry's or Unilever? Because the legislation on the books does not allow for these states to engage in economic business with businesses that are participating in BDS activities, already identified and declared as anti-Semitic in nature, and at the very least discriminatory. Therefore, states with anti-BDS laws on the books may now be eliminating Ben & Jerry's from its cafeterias, on campus, or on post commissaries, and even divesting its pension and other funds from stock in Unilever, a publicly traded company who is accountable to its shareholders. I'm very interested in seeing the next quarterly report release from Unilever. Again, nobody is lamenting the fact that they may not be able to get a hold of Ben & Jerry's ice creams in certain jurisdictions of Israel. Plenty of excellent ice creams will remain available, and the people are extremely innovative, and they can probably come up with some better ice cream on their own if they put their minds to it. The issue is the blatant corporate level systemic discrimination, which is anti-Zionism, also manifesting as anti-Semitism, and in the end hurting the Palestinian people, whom the BDS movement claims they want to help. But this is one more activity that proves the BDS movement is far more interested in punishing Israel and Jews than they are interested in helping any Palestinians in any jurisdiction. The culmination of little things is what leads to big things slipping right under our noses. Small actions and activities of anti-Semitism or anti-Zionism will lead to great actions of each. We already see the small, snide comments and memes on social media leave people feeling immune to walking up to Jews in the streets and attacking them. During the Gazan rocket brigade onto Israel in May, since then participation in Students for Justice in Palestine groups on college campuses has nearly doubled in the wake of the fake and spun headlines. When you look at the headlines from the news in the past weeks, all you see are terms like genocide, colonialism, apartheid, aggression, and all these aggressive words are targeting the victims of the terrorist rocket attacks, the people who are decolonizing their own homeland, with the very interest of providing human rights and freedom to the region and all its inhabitants and all its neighbors, while maintaining order and security. I say go buy Haagen-Dazs and Baskin-Robbins for your ice cream cravings. For a full list of Unilever products, pause this video here and make note. I have purged my home of these products, all of which have had quality replacements by companies not engaged in singling out Israel and not looking to hurt any local population of any given reason in order to appease a fake social justice agenda. Shavua Tov, and have a great week.